Oh, yeah, preseason is officially over, y'all. So that means we got the deadline today. This is Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern deadline for all these teams to drop to the 52, 53-man rosters. So they're dropping players like flies and bad habits. This is Gridiron Nation, y'all, and we're talking CeeDee Lamb and NMSU football. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the vibe, and just ride with me, and let's get it on, baby. Welcome to Gridiron Nation.
Gridiron Nation. Come on. It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they'll remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, about to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The wicked one I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's all.
Yeah, what is up, familia? Out here in the 575, Southern New Mexico, West Texas, or even if you're up in Burke, man, what is up to all my people today on this, Tuesday afternoon? Yeah, man, late August. It's still hot outside, but we dropped below 100. Got a little rain last night. That was much needed. But here we are, man. What is up, baby? This is the podcast that is made for the average hardcore football fan. By the average hardcore football fan. Y'all are my people, so you already understand that's exactly what I am. What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are out there feeling good and living well and living blessed. I know I am. I am on vacation this week, so I am chilling. Got some big changes coming up. Not to the show, but outside of the show, maybe even to the show. I don't know. Working on getting some sponsorship deals in place, but as far as that, man, got some things going on. I'm kind of excited about. A little bit of anxiety. Gonna be changing jobs. I got a good opportunity, and I went there and did everything right, put my 2 weeks in, so I still got to put in a little more work next week, and then I start the new job. Yeah, it's gonna be a little different, but hey, I'm staying in retail for now. And I also got another interview I got coming up that I'm working on, doing some stuff here that hopefully the podcast thing pays off, at least the experience of being in front of a mic, but I'm not going to talk about it much because I don't want to jinx it, man. All right. So I am here, ready to roll with you guys and talk some football, man, because we got a lot going down right now. I mean, I'm sitting here and I just keep looking at Twitter because all my Twitter feed is blowing up. X feed, whatever. And, Adam Schefter, everybody, I'm trying to share this stuff as I'm getting it, at least the big names that are being dropped. I wouldn't say the big names. Big names ain't getting dropped, but names of note. Like Isaiah Hodgins, wide receiver for the Giants, who's been consistent the last couple of years. They actually dropped him. And today is the day, y'all, that teams got to 4 p.m. Eastern time. All right, we're almost there. Teams have got to drop all the players that they are going to drop and get to a 53-man roster. It's 52-man, but you get the one, emergency quarterback. So, there's a lot going on, okay? There's players. There's going to be a lot of teams picking up other players. So, you're going to see them probably dropping more than what they need to because they see other names out there. You know what I mean? Or some of these guys are going to end up getting locked into a practice squad of the team that let them go. That's how a lot of this goes down as well. So keep an eye on everything, y'all. Follow me on X. And I'm trying to just keep up with all of it as it's going down. Okay, but the big news, of course, CeeDee Lamb getting his deal. So we're going to talk about that today in just a bit. And, also I got to get into my NMSU Aggies because they got a game this week, man. It's the first week for them. And by the way, Lobos, what happened, Lobos? You and them Lobos. Y'all got upset last week. It was freaking hilarious. I loved it. I picked the Lobos to win that game, but I ain't mad that I was wrong. Hell no. Burke, y'all up there crying right now. Well, you didn't expect your squad to be very good anyways, right? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm going to talk about my NMSU Aggies. And we're going to take a look about, new head coach, Tony Sanchez. They got coming in. He's got some different guys on staff, but he's got a lot of new players, man. There was a lot of transfers when head coach Jerry Kill announced his retirement. Okay, so, and one of the big transfers was, of course, Conference USA offensive player, of the year for 2023, quarterback Diego Pavia. And his backups are gone as well. They all transferred, so we got a whole new room of quarterbacks, John. I'm going to talk about the two guys. They did name one yesterday as the starter, but it's looking like they're still not sure. But I'll get into that here in just a little bit, all right? So now, real quick, I had to talk about this. My journey through the lands between. It is slow progress. My Elden Ring journey. Okay, I haven't got much into it. I've been kind of grinding, y'all. That's what I've been doing. The little bit that I've been playing, I'm trying to grind because I went and did all this stuff. I told y'all I've been stuck on this boss, Margit, right? That old man I tell you that jumps and he look all ugly and he just got this big ass. I don't know if it's a hammer or what the hell it is. But I got to be patient. JP says, well, slow down. Got to learn the moves, learn the timing of his attacks and the pattern. So I'm going to do that. But in the meantime, I went and got this little shackle thing that you get, keeps him from jumping for a bit. And that didn't help. I summoned all my wolves. Everybody attacked him. That didn't help. So I'm trying to just go and level up, do whatever I can. Okay, so that is a little update on my progress through Elden Ring and my journey to the lands between. Okay, a little slow progress, but I'm going to get there. Okay, I'm going to get there. I promise you. Promise you. So now, real quick, I wouldn't say real quick. Let's jump right into this segment, y'all. This is one of my favorite times of year. And it's not just because it's football season, like we're going to be watching, our NFL teams and college teams on TV or listen to the radio, however y'all do it. I'm still old school. I'll still listen to the radio. I'll listen to Sirius XM in the car. If I got to run to the store, I'm throwing on the game. Okay, or maybe like NMSU's not on TV that day, I'm going to throw on the game on the radio. And my boy Jack Nixon coming up. I'll have him coming up on it. Actually, I'm going to say it right now. Jack Nixon, if y'all are from Las Cruces, you know who Jack Nixon is. He is the voice of the Aggies. He has been as long as I can remember. I grew up listening to this man, just talking about Aggie football, talking about he's calling the games for Aggie basketball. He's a legend, a legend. And I got him locked in for an interview, y'all, for my next Off the Grid. Okay, so if y'all haven't checked out Off the Grid, do me a favor. Go on YouTube, please. Look up Off the Grid with Gabe Garcia, and it'll pop up. I've got about 5 episodes on there now where I'm interviewing people, most of them from here in my community, but every once in a while, I'm going to step out of my community like I did with the Young MC interview. Okay, Grammy Award winner. I interviewed Joey and Jackie. If you're from here, they are the voices of Las Cruces. You hear them on Hot 103, The Big Show. Okay. I also went and interviewed my boy, local rap artist. Yeah, trying to get back into the game now, coming strong. Product. So I've interviewed him. Oh, man. Why am I forgetting? I can't forget about Coach Kevin Marks. Y'all, that was a great interview, and I loved it. Y'all need to go back and watch that one. Legendary wrestling and freshman football coach from Las Cruces High School. Okay, go listen to that one. Some great stories that he tells. And then, of course, my latest episode was with a couple of young boxers, brother and sister duo from right here in Las Cruces over at House of Pain Gym. Yeah, so y'all need to just check it out, okay? And I've got Mr. Nixon locked in for my next interview. I'll be dropping that here probably within about the next 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, but just keep y'all posted. Keep y'all posted. But anyways, it's my favorite time of year because, yes, it's football season. Let me back up. My favorite sports time of year. Not my favorite event. My favorite event, I've told y'all before, is March Madness. But for the time of year, because let's look at the big picture right now, right? My D-backs right now are just killing it, y'all. Killing it. They're just a couple games behind the Dodgers. But right now, we're in that top spot for the NL wild card. So my boys are rolling right now. And, we've got basketball getting ready to come in here in the fall pretty soon. And my Magic are expected to be strong. All right. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, we've got college football. Tell you about NMSU. And then, because we've got the new playoff format with 12 teams, that kicks in this year, y'all. It's going to make it very exciting. It's going to be very different. And then we got NFL football. All right. My Cowboys. It don't matter if we're good or bad. I get excited. Okay, we're good. We're good. So Cowboys fans, y'all calm down. All right. So, but that's not all. I mean, my favorite, there's a two-week period for me. And that is because it's fantasy football season, y'all, where the drafts kick in. This last weekend, Saturday in particular, is considered, quote unquote, by the media, the biggest fantasy football day and weekend overall of the year, of the football season, because that's when most of the fantasy football drafts are going on. Now, me, with the leagues that I run, I generally try to play them out till the weekend before, but I don't go farther than 2 weeks before, which is so this past week, we just did the Gridiron Nation podcast, season 2, fantasy football draft for the league titled Couch Quarterbacks. Shout out to Isaiah Gonzalez, who was the defending champion. He won it, took the trophy home last year. All right? This year will be a new trophy. Maybe the same style of trophy, but it's going to be like you get to keep your trophy. This isn't one of those leagues where I spend like freaking $300 on this big trophy and I put a different name every year and everybody holds on to it because I got people from out of town. All right, if everybody was here in town and I can trust them to give it back, I might. I don't trust some of y'all. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm actually in this league with friends of mine, man, people I know and people I trust. I'm just not going to put up $300 for a damn trophy, okay? So, back to what I was saying. The draft went down this week. This was the first draft for me this season, okay? I thought I only had 5. And a few years ago, I stretched myself real thin. 8 leagues. Yeah, hang on. A few years ago, I had 8 leagues, and it was too much. But I love it. I love doing it. Drafting is one of the funnest parts of it. The anticipation of the draft, just trying to get through everything as you're going through it. So it's important. It's big, man. It's fun. And it just gives everybody the opportunity to go in and you manipulate everything based on how you're drafting. What falls to you. A draft rarely goes how you want it to go. If you've played fantasy football more than 1 year, you understand this. Okay, we got some newcomers. My primo Nick, he's new this year, and I had to kind of 30 minutes before draft time. I got on the phone with him and I broke it down for him like a little quick crash course. This is what to expect. This is what you want to do. This is what you don't want to do. Now he broke some of the rules. I shouldn't say rules. Some of the unwritten things that most people don't want to do. He went and got Lamar Jackson. Good. That's good. I thought you got him too early now. I talked with him afterwards, and that's okay. Because like Angel last year, this was his first year doing it. Now he comes in this year. He's a little more familiar with it. All right. So now we got Angel into Isaiah's Dynasty League where he's trying to win money now. That draft is this week, Angel. Okay, so you'll be ready for that. It's on Sunday, 5:20 p.m. So let's go. It's time. So I'm gonna break down the draft for y'all. For those of you not in the league, but you're interested, you want to see how everybody drafted. Let's talk about it a little bit. All right, let's talk about it a little bit. Let me go ahead and share my screen right here. All right. So if you're listening on Spotify, I apologize. I'll talk you through it. Okay. So this is what we got here. Now there he is, me, the one and only El Jefe. That is my squad because yo soy El Jefe. I am the Jefe of this league. Right? I started this, and I can end it. If y'all want to act up, don't be doing none of this illegal stuff about dropping people and somebody else picking them up. All right, I don't want to see that. I'll figure it out quick, man, for real. But anyways, so I thought I had a good draft. I really thought I did. I decided I was going to go wide receiver early, but I went with Tyreek Hill. I think I had like the number 5 pick, and I went with Tyreek. Felt good about that one. Next round, I was able to get Mike Evans. So I locked down. No, I'm sorry. Mike Evans was round 3, which I was surprised about. I was able to lock in Sam Laporta, and that was totally unplanned, guys, because I'm looking at some of the receivers and running backs there, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I saw Sam Laporta still there in the 2nd round. I couldn't believe it. So what I do? I scooped him up. Y'all were crazy letting him fall to me. So I picked up Laporta, felt good about it. And then I waited on my the 2 drafts I had this weekend. I waited on quarterback. Second one, I kind of kicked myself because I screwed up, but not this one. Okay. I was able to pick up Ramondre Stevenson in the 4th round, Rashad White, and then I picked up Zamir White. And at that point, I said, okay, I have got to go and get my quarterback. So I went and picked up Kyler Murray, man. And this was the best one available, and I am totally good with this pick. I told myself before fantasy football season started that if I had to get Kyler Murray, I was good with it as my starting QB1. So I got him in there. And when you look at my bench, I mean, I'm pretty good with this because, hell, I got Rashee Rice and Terry McLaurin. That's 2 wide receiver 1s on my bench. The Washington Commanders, I almost called them the Redskins, and I don't care. I'll call them the Redskins. The Washington Redskins / Commanders. They're going to be maybe run first with their quarterback type of thing. But Terry McLaurin's going to be their main target getter. Right, so I'm cool with this. Same with Rashee Rice. It looks like his suspension's not going to come till after the police investigation. Might not be till next season. So I'm cool with this. I was able to get Curtis Samuel. I got one. I think he's a sleeper out there in Buffalo. You know, they don't know who's going to be getting the majority of the targets besides Dalton Kincaid. So now, Hunter Henry is a tight end I think a lot of people are sleeping on. If they decide to go with the rookie at quarterback, okay, Drake May. Rookie's best friend right there is a tight end, and Hunter Henry is a good tight end. So, and then, of course, Joshua Palmer. People are sleeping on him. I don't know who's going to be the guy there yet. None of us do in Los Angeles with the Chargers for Justin Herbert. But I like Palmer's chances off the bat because of the fact that he has already an established chemistry with Herbert. But we'll see. That whole offense is changing. All right. Picked up Nick Chubb. Straight to my IR. Save him for the back half of the season if I need him. Okay, that's a lottery ticket right there. Him and Joshua Palmer are my lottery tickets. All right, got my boy Young Way cool kicking. Yeah, Atlanta's gonna be moving the ball a lot more now, so I'm cool with that. Saints got me solid defense, so I'm good with my draft. I'm ready to go because last year I had a completely loaded roster, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I was horrible. Okay, I'll be honest. But we look at Diggy's team. He's new to the league this year. He's in our money league already. He's been in there for years. Got himself a solid squad. Josh Allen, McCaffrey, Aaron Jones. I don't know about your wide receivers. I like Malik Neighbors, but I would put him in a slot. Maybe a wide receiver too. He's cool. I don't know about Brandon Ayuk being my wide receiver 1, though, if I'm you. I don't know. That's just me, though. That's just me. You got Kelsey's tight end. Solid. Nice. Bengals defense. I don't know about that. Now, a lot of this, you could decide to stream defenses. In some leagues, I do. I stream them every week. Like, okay, I play the matchups, pick somebody up off of, pick up a defense, and I drop another one. You know, that's how I do in some leagues. If you can't get one of those top defenses. All right, but look on his bench. He's got Goddard, Hopkins, nice. Rodgers, Godwin. Very nice. Very solid. Pollard in your flex. I don't know, man. I don't know. You might end up swapping him out with Godwin at some point. We got to see what kind of, I guess, volume Pollard's going to get because I think it's going to be a 50-50. They're in Tennessee, so we'll find out, though. Why you got a kicker on your bench, Diggy? Why? You know what? Keep him there. It's all right. And then you got Gabe Davis out in Jacksonville. So he did all right, man. We're looking over at my cousin Nick. His first year, I told you all you got Lamar Jackson, Joe Mixon, Najee Harris. It's not a bad one, too, for your running backs. But this is what I told him about, the wide receivers. Oh, I mean, I like Tyler Lockett in the flex. He might start dropping targets this year, though. You know, he's getting up there in age, and Smith and Jigba's ready to take over that wide receiver 2 spot. Excuse me. Cortland Sutton, though, is a bit of a wild card. He's going to be the only. I mean, they got a rookie quarterback starting over there. Okay, Bo Nix. This could be his security blanket, is Cortland Sutton. So who knows? That might pay off. I don't know about Zay Flowers. He's a wide receiver too. I don't know about that. That's mainly because they're not a very high volume passing team. They're highly run based. But he might be touchdown dependent. We'll see. We'll see. But your bench, looks painful, my dude. Looks painful. But you know what? You go through growing pains in your first time playing. So that's okay. It's okay. Told you about Angel, able to lock up Dak Prescott before I was able to get to him. Solid 1-2 at running back with Kyron Williams and Javonte Williams. Was able to get Justin Jefferson. He's dropping, to the lower half of the top 10 in most leagues. Understandably why, because of the quarterback situation. I like DJ Moore as your wide receiver too. Dalton Schultz is interesting to me because he hasn't put up a lot of volume. He is a threat in the pass game, but there's a lot of mouths to feed there in Houston. A lot. So we'll see how he does, though. But you got Conklin there on your bench just in case. So I like that. Amari Cooper in your flex. I like that as well. Dolphins defense, okay. And then you got Jake Elliott as the kicker. But, man, I look at his bench, and you got two Chiefs there, bro. I guess this is a good idea because you can sit there and, okay, which one of these guys is going to step out as the big dude other than Rashee Rice? We'll see. Brandon Cooks, I like that one as well. To keep him on the bench, see how he does. He got Jaden Daniels. Could be this year's Justin Fields. We'll see. But that, which is good for fantasy. It doesn't necessarily translate to the same thing on the field, but in fantasy, those legs, yeah, it helps. Isaiah, defending champion, got C.J. Stroud. I haven't been targeting C.J. Stroud, guys. I'm really not. Good quarterback, guys, but fantasy, I mean, he was not as good as that offense was last year. It didn't show up for him on the fantasy numbers. He was just kind of mid-tier. I'm being real with that. Okay, but on the field, yeah, obviously, dude is a baller. Y'all know I'm a C.J. Stroud guy, okay? So before you're looking into your freaking screen or you're freaking just been listening to it, being like, oh, you're just a hater, bro. No, I'm being real with you. Travis Etienne, solid, supposed to get a lot high volume this year. I like Kamara right there too. I'm more of a Kamara in the flex guy because of his, he's kind of boomer bust in the pass game, but he is the RB1 there in New Orleans. And then Isaiah was able to get CeeDee Lamb, man. Damn you, Isaiah. CeeDee Lamb just got his deal. Marvin Harrison, very solid 1 and 2 right there. And then we got Jake Ferguson, the tight end, like that. Cooper Kupp in the flex. And he's got that Chiefs defense and McPherson kicking. So he's got a very solid squad, very good chance to get back to the playoffs and then attempt to repeat as champion this year. Like his bench as well. They do. So, yeah, man, we look across the board also. My brother, Bobo, we're so pretty. Got him Brock Purdy there in the draft. Austin Eckler, I'm still not sold on Eckler now that he's not in that system that they had under Staley with the Chargers. This is going to be kind of what Antonio Gibson was. I do think Brian Robinson is going to be the between the tackles guy, but we'll see. Austin Eckler is going to pay dividends in the pass game. I just don't know how much volume he's going to get. That's the thing. Trey Benson, ouch. That's your RB2. That's risky. Benson is the backup running back to James Conner. So I don't see Benson being real big unless he's breaking some big ones and scoring touchdowns on his limited action that he's going to get in snaps. This is a guy they want to replace Conner eventually, so he'll get work in there. But unless Conner gets hurt, I don't know if I see Benson putting up RB2 numbers. But that's just me. I love your wide receivers, though. Amon Ross, St. Brown, and Debo, I'd be good with that. Tight end, Juwan Johnson. Should be interesting, man. A lot of people are talking about, is it going to be him or is it going to be Taysom Hill that gets the numbers of tight end? I don't know. 2 different types of tight end, though. Their play calling is very different for these guys. Christian Watson in the flex. Oof. I don't know, man. It's got to be somebody's got to step up as wide receiver, as the main wide receiver, right? There, Romeo Doubs went off against the Cowboys, so my money's all here. But you never know. Watson, the potential's still there. He's got the Niners defense and Jake Moody. So my brother, once again, drafting like a Niners fan. Okay. Breaking the Cardinal rule. Do not draft like a fan. But I do like Debo. Brock Purdy, okay. Okay. The thing is, Brock doesn't offer anything in the way of using the legs. And if his guys aren't getting the yards after the catch, then, he's not going to put up. His ceiling isn't very high. So he's going to have to depend on a lot of that. I like the Niners defense, though. And, of course, kicker's all good. So look at this bench. So you may not be able to, if Dobbins decides to come on, he may take over that RB2 spot for you, bro. We don't know who's going to get all the volume there in L.A. We're all going to find out. But, damn, you got a kicker and two kickers and two defenses, bro. What are you doing? Taking up roster space there, man. Come on now. JP, like the lineup, he says a lot of it auto-drafted for him, but auto-draft looks good for me. He's talking about why get Anthony Richardson for me. Dude, if Richardson stays healthy, he's going to kill it in fantasy. That may not translate to the pass game on the field, but it's because of his legs. Jonathan Taylor, I like that. Problem is you got the top two guys in the run game right there. Which one's going to get the volume in the run game? Richardson or Taylor? Could be both. Like James Cook there. Garrett Wilson, of course. Drake London is a big, I don't know. Interesting. I like Josh Jacobs in your flex. Yeah, so you got Deontay Johnson there, bro. That's going to be I got him in my other league. He's got an opportunity because he will likely be wide receiver 1 for Carolina. They've got an all-new revamped offensive line there, for Bryce Young, so that could work out. And he's also got Tank Tail. I like what Jose is doing with his roster here. Still not sure on Jordan Love. He's like me. He's like like what I said about CJ Stroud. He's kind of mid-tier when it comes to fantasy. Okay, but what do I know? Solid roster though. It's okay. But dang, why are you starting 2 wide receivers from the same squad? Oh, that's a no-no for me, man. For real. That's just me though, but I'm just saying. And of course, we got my boy Jersey the King. Got himself Patrick Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco. I love Pacheco. I'm still targeting him. Some of my other drafts that I got coming up. I was trying to get to that earlier, and then I went off on another topic. But I've done the 2 drafts this weekend. I got another one Thursday, and I got 3 on Sunday. Ouch. Back to back to back. 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5:20. Boom. Full day. I do like Montgomery there. He's going to get a lot of those touchdowns, red zone touches. Don't know if he's going to get the volume of Jahmyr Gibbs, who was over here. New York Rocker. Oh, that's my boy, Brian. Yeah, that's right. He's new to the league this year. As well as Carlos, who is Angels FS. Yeah, what is up? So, you look across the board, I think everybody's got some of the guys they want. Not everybody got who they wanted. I know, Carlos, I know you wanted Caleb Williams because I know you're a Bears fan. I was actually hoping Caleb would fall to me, man. After I got I wanted him as my QB too. I like Caleb Williams. I like his chances this year to be this year CJ Stroud, maybe even more, maybe even better in fantasy. You know what I mean? But across the board on the wide receivers on these 3, Carlos team, I like Olave and Pittman as my 1 and 2. Yep, I dig that. Kittle is your tight end. Breece Hall is definitely going to be a stud this year. Brian Robinson Jr. is interesting because while he's going to get the carries in between the tackles, he's not going to get the pass volume out of the backfield. That's going to be Eckler's job. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes down, man. But yeah, we like this, y'all. I'm getting ready, y'all. Y'all get ready because it is about to go down. Yeah. This is this year's Gridiron Nation Couch QBs. Yeah, that's the name of the league. Gridiron Nation 2024 Couch QBs Fantasy Football League. Good luck to each and every one of you. I'm coming for it this year, man. I got to win this. This is my league. I can't be like last year. All right? I'm coming for it this year. I'm coming for it. I promise you that. Let's get ready to do this, man. I got to get into the big topic of the day. And then I'll talk about the Aggies over in the back part of this thing. But we got to get into the CeeDee Lamb situation, y'all. CeeDee gets paid. His deal is done. And, man, I am happy. I am happy about it. And I know I'm not the only Cowboys fan. I've been seeing people. First of all, You guys know how I love to call my fan base toxic because they are. Damn. And I'm seeing it already, man. All I kept seeing building up to this was in comment sections all over social media. Everybody like, Jerry, pay him. Jerry, pay him. Jerry, pay him. Jerry's like, we're trying. There's 2 ways, you know. And it was. I broke this down for y'all that a lot of times it's not that they're not offering them the right amount of money. A lot of times the holdup is years, which is likely that was the situation here. They offered him $33 million. He wanted 36. So we said they're close. They're going to settle on 35. And that's what they did. He's getting 35 million a year, just behind Justin Jefferson. This is the second richest contract annually for a non-quarterback. Justin Jefferson is number 1. Now CeeDee is right behind him, and that's all time. Okay, so this is big. So we're looking at 4-year extension, $136 million, $100 million guaranteed, $38 million signing bonus, which is the highest for a wide receiver ever. Biggest signing bonus. But our fan base, man. So all y'all talking about pay him. And then now that he's got paid, I'm seeing some BS online, man, with a lot of y'all posting this stuff, man. These are Cowboys fans. Talk about, see, all right, he got paid now. Now it's time for him to get hurt. Or, man, so we're going to throw all that money. There goes salary cap. And I'm like, damn, y'all are never freaking happy. And it's annoying as shit. It annoys the crap out of me, man. This is why I say we have the most toxic fan base in the league, Dallas Cowboys. And if y'all don't like it, it's because you're one of those fans. If you're a Cowboys fan, and right now you get mad at me for saying this, it's because you're the one I'm talking about. You feel me? If you don't, well, then get your head right. Get your head right, and maybe you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about this. I know most Cowboys fans, at least that are level-headed, y'all are happy about this too, right? Because we're locking in our best, offensive weapon. Arguably the best wide receiver in football after last season. And this dude is going to absolutely kill it again. I mean, he's coming off a season where he had 135 receptions, which was the most in the NFL. He was second in yards. Crazy. Tyreek was over him. 1,749 yards in almost any other season. Okay, this is going to be first in the league. That was crazy. 12 touchdowns last year. So, and he played all 17 games. So there was no reason not to pay this man. He's just hitting his prime. And anywhere CeeDee has played ever since going all the way back to his high school years, he has been a baller. And you see the interviews with people talk about him. They knew he was going to be special coming out of high school. And then he played college, and they're like, we know he's going to be special going into the league. And then he come in the league, and here he is showing that he's going to be special. So we got him locked in, man. So now he's basically playing 5 years because this was the upcoming year was his contract year. So we got him for 5 more years. So let's go. Let's get it on. Now it's time to get Dak signed. Oh, I know a lot of you Cowboys fans don't want to hear that. I don't care. I don't care. Let Dak go and see us go through another QB carousel like we did after Aikman. Okay, where we can't even sniff the playoffs for years in a row. And then y'all going to be begging, saying we should have freaking kept Dak. Okay, I want Dak to stay. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if he will, but I don't know what's next after this deal. But that is a deal I hope to get done now. Another one is, Dalvin Cook. He flew in last night to Dallas, supposed to be meeting with the team today. It would be a solid addition to this. It makes you wonder. I want to see what that running back room is going to look like. Okay, you have Zeke Elliott, of course. You have Rico Dowdle. But who's the third man? And I don't know if Cook comes in, he would not be a third man. He could likely be, I don't know, man. It'd be weird to see what they do, but he'll make it stronger. Okay, got to remember, guys. It was 2024. It was only in 2022 that Dalvin Cook was Pro Bowl, full-time Pro Bowler. Okay, he was in the Pro Bowl last year. The Jets go and pick him up. They play him for a few games, and then that's it because Breece Hall came back early, and they said he's ready to take the whole load. And that was it. A lot of teams didn't touch him in the offseason because they didn't know how it went with the surgery when he got that injury there in the playoffs when Baltimore signed him, which is why he did not He didn't register anything, any plays or anything because of he was injured during that Chiefs game. He wasn't injured in the Chiefs game, but that's what happened, why he wasn't there. So a lot of teams weren't sure. Well, now it's all come out. Physicals, everything is 100% good. He's showing the video. Apparently, he's in amazing shape and fully ready to go. So I'm like, all right, Jerry, if you were not going to keep Deuce Vaughn, then bring in Dalvin Cook. Give him a 1-year deal, at the vet minimum. Prove a deal type of vet minimum. And, throw some incentives up in there. Why not? Why not? You get him cheap. You never know. And it would improve the run room right now. I really think it would. I'm okay with what we're going with if we've got Deuce Vaughn in there. Because we're going to be past first offense anyways. You know what I mean? We got our red zone guy now with Zeke. And Pollard is just excuse me. Rico Dowdle is he's got an opportunity this year to show, basically this is Rico Dowdle's audition year for RB1 next year for the Cowboys, whoever the coach is. That's my opinion. I think that's how it's going down. But we're going to find out what they got coming up, man. Teams are dropping players again, like I told y'all today. A lot going on, a lot of movement going on. Some of these players will be getting picked up, but I don't know what's going on with Dalvin Cook. If he does not stay there, I can imagine they're going to keep Deuce Vaughn there. I would rather have Deuce Vaughn on the roster than Royce Freeman. I know Freeman's a veteran. I know he runs hard, but you never know, man. Deuce Vaughn is that gadget player that you got him on the roster. You can do some things with him. You know what I mean? And he came on pretty strong here as an argument for that RB3 spot in the preseason. So we'll see. We'll see. But, man, CeeDee Lamb, 4 years, $136 million, $100 million guaranteed, $38 million signing bonus. Man got paid. It's deserved. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all stop talking that injury crap, man. Annoys the crap out of me when y'all do that. Oh, now he's going to get injured. Now CeeDee Lamb's going to get injured. Shut up. Do y'all want him to get injured? Is that what this is? Because every time somebody gets paid like this, everybody's like, oh, okay, cool. They got paid or whatever. But when it's a Cowboys fan and we got a player getting paid, now y'all start throwing out that injury word, man. Don't do that. What would you rather them do? Not pay him? Okay, buy a CD after this season. We should have kept you, but our fans were afraid of you getting hurt and we paid you. It is what it is. That's the way the market goes. Y'all got a problem with it? Then stop watching, okay? Stop buying merchandise. You know damn well you ain't going to stop doing that. So just shut it and be happy about the move, okay? That's all I'm saying. It is time to get rolling on to my next topic because, see, I get a little worked up when it comes time when I got to berate my own fan base. I hate it because I know all y'all ain't like that. But you guys know the ones I'm talking about. Those of you that are not like that know exactly the ones I'm talking about it, and there's too many of them. Okay? There's too many of those fans. Those toxic Cowboys fans. Damn. I got to stop that. I sound like Stephen A now. Make me throw up in my own damn mouth with that talk, man. Let's keep rolling on, guys. Hey, by the way, if you have any email questions, y'all need to email me with your questions. GridironNationPodcast@gmail.com. I will read them on the air. You can talk about music, talk about entertainment, movies, football, basketball, baseball, whatever. Let's talk about it. Shoot me an email with your question, and I will be sure to get it up on the next episode. In this case, it will be next Tuesday. All right. Oh, by the way, too, I think now that I'm thinking about that, the whole Tuesday thing, I know my show has changed from Sunday to Tuesday since last year. But with this new job, I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be like yet. So within the coming months, the show may change again. I don't know for sure. Okay, but just a heads up to all my loyal listeners and followers, man. I appreciate every single one of you, by the way. Just be patient if that happens, please, and please continue to ride with me, guys. And I just appreciate it a lot, man, if you guys would just do that, all right? So just be on the lookout, though, man. Pay attention when I tell you I'm going to be changing, okay? Just saying, man. So, but for now, Gridiron Nation will be coming to you every Tuesday evening, all right? You can catch it on Wednesday mornings usually. As long as I got the video out to Jersey by Tuesday night, he'll have the video version up Wednesday early, up on social media and stuff and on Fuel. and then I will have the video versions available the following evening on YouTube after it is already run on Fuel. Okay, last week is different. When I do a live stream, it's almost backwards. Okay, I just barely got the Spotify version up for last week's episode with JP, but a lot of y'all were here in the comments anyways and watching, man. So we really appreciate that. Shout out to my boy JP for coming on the show, man, and helping me break down the NFCs last week. All right, so we are a week away, a little over a week away from NFL kickoff, which will be next Thursday, man. We got the Chiefs and the Ravens. Hell of a way for the NFL to kick off the season next Thursday, man. That is going to be major. So we're going to look at next week's episode. Okay, we're going to break down. I'm going to give y'all, I guess we'll go, I don't know, 3 key games next week, and then we'll kind of look ahead to the schedule for the week, and I'll give y'all my picks, but I'm going to probably break down 3 games next week. I don't know yet if one will be the Thursday night game. Probably not, but, I'll still talk about it. But it's because by the time a lot of y'all listen to the show, I know a lot of y'all don't listen to it till like Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, so that's why. But, man, I am excited. I know you guys are too. So we're gonna be ready to roll into week 1 next week on Gridiron Nation, y'all. But we're still here the week before, episode 116, man. You already know I got to talk about them. Well, I already switched off. Damn it. Caught me off guard. I'm talking about my little tidbit right here if you're listening. It had the NMSU Aggies thing right up on there. And right as I went to point to it, it changed to Be Water, my friend. And now it's on Miss Pac-Man. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're listening, then go watch me on YouTube and you'll understand what I'm talking about. All right, NMSU Aggies football. It is time, baby. It is time for us to get into this. Man, hold on. Let me adjust my thing here a little bit. Sorry. I'm going to move y'all a little bit, okay? How's that? We good? Yeah. All right, man. NMSU football last year was just came up short in the Conference USA Championship to Liberty, who they'll be playing here in a couple of weeks. Talk about going to that game, hopefully, here with my brother. But for now, man, they got a lot of new changes now. Head coach Jerry Kill, who did a phenomenal job there, he's gone. He has chosen to retire. So in comes Tony Sanchez, okay, 50 years old, originally from California. So let me give you a little bit of his background here. He played 2 seasons at NMSU back when he was a student at NMSU. He played wide receiver, okay? He's also, his ties just don't go there. He coached at Oñate High School out there, which is now Oregon Mountain High. I still call it Oñate. I don't care. They wouldn't change the name, put all that money into changing the name of that school, but when nobody even wanted it. Nobody was offended. Anyways. Also, he coached out in Irving High School out there in El Paso, 45 minutes south from us there on the northeast. Coached down in California, man. He actually went to California High School, and he took over the head coaching spot there, and he turned the team around. Turned them from being one of the doormats there to being, one of the teams that made the finals there. So did a good job there. That was enough to get him the head coaching spot at Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas. All right, Jersey, you may know where this school is. In his 6 seasons as head coach there, check this out. Tony Sanchez had an 85-5 record. All 6 seasons, won the state championship. Bam. So that got him unanimously voted in as the head coach for UNLV. Now, he was there 4 or 5 seasons, okay? There was a 20-40 record, so they struggled. So what he decided to do was he decided to take a step back. Going straight from coaching high school into a head coaching job at a place like UNLV, it's a big step. So maybe he wasn't ready, okay? So he went and he coached at TCU as an offensive analyst. I shouldn't say coach, but he was an offensive analyst for Jerry Kill, who was coaching there at the time. Kill came to NMSU, and it was like everything came in full circle for him because he brought Tony Sanchez with him to be his wide receivers coach. So he learned. He learned, man. Maybe that's what he needed. Okay, so now he takes over for Jerry Kill at NMSU, which is Tony Sanchez's alma mater. Okay, he's familiar with the community. Like I said, he coached here at Oñate as well. He also played here at NMSU. So he's going to have an opportunity to try to get this team back on into the Conference USA Championship like they did last year. And I'm ready to give this guy a chance, man, as a fan. I really am. I really am. Let's look at their quarterback situation, though. Diego Pavia is gone. All their backup quarterbacks are gone. Everybody transferred out when Jerry Kill left. This happens a lot. The problem is, this is why a lot of people are saying, you know, the transfer portal system, it's new, still fairly 3 years old, but it's not perfect. It is flawed. A lot of these guys are just jumping ship like left and right, man, and it puts some of these schools in a tough situation. Okay? There's got to be something. They got to fix it at some point to where these guys have to be able to honor their commitment. You know, you can't just be in there, okay, I'm gone after 1 year. Like, this ain't NFL. You know what I mean? So that's a whole other topic for another day, y'all. I like the transfer portal, but I think it's getting abused way too much. And I think it's still not perfect. It needs to things get fixed, but I think it will over the next few years. Now, let's look at their quarterbacks, okay? They did just within the last 2 days, they came out and announced the starting quarterback for the game this weekend. Now, actually, let me pull up the schedule really quick. All right, so here we go. I'm about to share another screen with you guys right quick. Just going to give you a little quick peek at the schedule. I won't linger on it like I did with the fantasy football. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so they start the season with Southeast Missouri, and that's who Parker Awad has been named the quarterback. Okay, it was a two-man race. They got like 4 or 5 quarterbacks on the roster, but it came down to him and Deuce Hogan. And it's almost like the equivalent of if you're talking like, let's say if it was NFL, it's like a second-year player and a veteran. Okay, with the veteran being Hogan, who had all this talent coming into the SEC and to the Big Ten over at Iowa and Kentucky. I'll talk about him in a minute. But Parker Awad, okay, he is a sophomore. He's going to be starting against Southeast Missouri. Okay. Now, let's look at the schedule right quick. So they start with them, and then, boom, it's right up to Liberty. Second game of the season, man, a rematch of that Conference USA Championship. It's going to be different, though, man. NMSU got a much different team than Liberty does. So we'll see how that plays out. That's going to be here at home, here in Las Cruces. And then they go to California. They'll take on Fresno State. All right. And then you've got Sam Houston State also on the road. And then so it's a 3-game road trip as they finish off right here, you know, just north of us against the Lobos. I'm sorry, it's not a 3-game, 2-game road trip. Lobos come down here, my bad. So then they host Jackson State, also out of the Conference USA. All right. Was that Jacksonville State? Yeah, Jacksonville State. Sorry. Louisiana Tech. So they've got 3 straight home games. But then that means, guess what? Later on in the back end, you're going to see a lot of road games. But they do go to Florida International on October 29th. Then they come back home. They host Western Kentucky on the 9th. Then they travel to take on another Aggies team. That's a powerhouse, Texas A&M. Hey, you never know, man. Look what we did to Auburn last year. So I ain't counting us out on this. All right, that's going to be on November 16th. Okay, A&M is going into the season ranked number 20. We'll see where they are at that point. And then New Mexico State will travel to Middle Tennessee, and then we come back home to host UTEP in the I-10 rivalry. So that's the way the schedule's looking. All right. But back to talking about the quarterbacks. Okay, so Parker Awad's going to start, but Tony Sanchez has come out and said that it's very likely that Deuce Hogan will be playing this week as well. So this tells me that they're not completely sold yet. They got to fill things out. You got new quarterbacks, man. They're getting a hold of this new system. The whole team's learning a new system. So I get it. I just hope it gets figured out fast. Okay? Look at Parker Awad, sophomore, 6 foot, 195 pounds. So he's kind of small. Okay, from Huntington Beach, California. Transferred him from JUCO, Golden West College. And in 2023, over at Golden West, he had 1,223 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 206 rush yards, and 2 touchdowns. Now, he is a dual-threat quarterback. Likes to use his legs, which to me, Tony Sanchez is maybe thinking, you know what, maybe we'll run some option with this dude. That's just what I'm guessing, because when you're looking at Tony Sanchez's, you know, the kind of offense they're going to be running, it's going to be a little bit of a mix right now. Okay, So this is why he's got the two different type of quarterbacks. Let's see what's going to work. Okay, defensively, they'll probably be running a 3-3-5. At least that's what they did before. But that could change as well. But talk about quarterback because this is the field general. Okay. So with Parker Awad, he was a 3-star recruit coming out of Edison High School. Okay. It's a 3-year starter there, 5,523 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions coming out of high school there. So out in California. So not bad. Like I said, he is a dual threat. That's what makes him different than Deuce Hogan. Now, Deuce Hogan, these guys are completely different. Okay. He was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school. And he actually went into Iowa, into the Big Ten. He was 2 years at Iowa where he was the backup. Okay, we have not seen a lot of play time from this dude. Okay, 6'4", 220 pounds. He transfers to Kentucky. So now that because of the transfer, he's going to be in a 5th year. He's a 5th-year senior this year. Okay, he's kind of unproven because he hasn't played a lot. Kentucky, he didn't play a lot. He was behind Will Levis. So he was there in the SEC, though. He's got an idea what it is to be in a big conference, when we're talking about Big Ten and SEC. Now he comes to Conference USA. Like I said, unproven, untested. Not a lot of stats to talk about there. Okay, he's thrown 8 passes. He was 7 of 8. That's it. So he transfers here, trying to look at getting more playing time. And, in his 4 years of high school, he had 8,192 yards. Okay, in high school, 100 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Not a bad ratio at all. Not a bad ratio. And in 2020, okay, when he was at Iowa, he was actually rated in the top 15 of quarterbacks that had a pro style, that were best suited to a pro style of the game. So this guy's pretty highly touted, y'all. Okay? Really highly touted. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know if I don't think they've locked in a for sure starter. That's why he said that they're naming Parker as the starter. Parker Awad going in as the starter this week. So I know Tony Sanchez, what they're dealing with right now is we got to figure out what's going to work best for us and make sure let's get everybody on the same page in this first game because they got to get it together right away because by week 2, they got to know because you got Liberty. That's a Conference USA game. That's a big game in week 2. Okay, so that's what we're looking at from that part for the Aggies this year, y'all. And I'll be ready to go out and watch some games this year. Hopefully going to cover the team. They're a little bit difficult on getting back on emails, even the media relations department who I'm supposed to go through to try and get interviews and do a media pass. It's pretty difficult, man. Like come on, man. Y'all ain't Alabama. All I'm saying is I support the squad. I'm trying to get more on board with the Aggies this year. Maybe that's what I need to do first. Show them, all right? But I'm going to try, y'all. I'm going to try get as much coverage of this squad as I can for you guys this year. And, we'll be ready to go. We'll be ready to go with it. But this week they will be playing, and I'm going to tackle that game next week on next week's episode of Gridiron Nation Podcast. All right, y'all. So y'all be ready to lock in with me, and we'll talk about it. Win or lose, I do think they will win. I don't know. There's a lot of differences, but they do still got some guys here, y'all. Okay? Still got to look at their receivers. Okay? You got Donovan Fopple. You got Cordell David. All right, Jordan Smith. The offensive line is going to be interesting. Okay, Vaipulu, this is a guy that a lot of people are looking at right now. He could be in the NFL. Okay, so a lot of new names, though, on the defensive side of the ball. Some transfers. So I'm going to familiarize myself with this roster. I want to see who's playing more this week, y'all. And as the season goes on, we'll cover the Aggies more for better or worse. Okay, win or lose. This is my hometown squad, y'all. So I got to use my platform here to at least try to show them some love. You know what I mean? Show them a little bit of shine. Even if they're bad this year, we're going to talk about it because, they're not going to be bad every year. Look at them last year. Okay? I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I don't know. A lot of new players, new coaching, new system. We'll see. I do think, though, depending on, I got to wonder what kind of leash they're going to have on Parker Awad this week. Like, they basically said that the mindset that they've tried to get for Deuce Hogan this week is prepare like you're going to start. Because Tony Sanchez is expecting to put him in the game at some point. Whether that means, they're just going to be trying new things. I think that's what it is. I don't think he thinks that they're going to be losing. I think he thinks, we're going to be trying different things. So see what's going to work for this squad. But good luck to the 2024 NMSU Aggie football team, y'all. Yeah, we're going to be supporting them here at Gridiron Nation. All right, y'all. So now it's about almost time for me to get out of here, guys. But before I do, I got to put it out there, man. Be sure to go on YouTube, follow Off the Grid with Gabe Garcia, available on YouTube and all audio streaming platforms, y'all. That is my other show. And don't forget, on Saturdays, I'm going to start doing a little video, quick segment for Jersey, since I can't be there on Saturdays. This new job may also make it even harder to be there on Saturdays than it already is, because it's a higher position. But we'll see. We'll see, man. But that's not going to be for a couple of weeks till I start. So, Gridiron Show, though. Jersey's bringing it to you every week, man. Saturdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Fuel. So y'all be sure to follow that and on social media. Okay, so you be sure to follow all of us on there, man. Everything. All right. And this topic, I know I meant to get to it this week, y'all, but I put it out there again just yesterday, and I'm getting some freaking answers, man. And I'm still trying to find the people that are going to think logically, because all I'm getting is either old heads saying it wouldn't be close, the 92 Dream Team would destroy this year's team, and then I got the young cats saying, nah, man. I mean, those dudes are all old heads. So-and-so was washed up. First of all, Bird and Magic, I saw a comment today. They were not washed at that point. They were still playing at a high level. All right? This is the kind of nonsense I'm getting. I need something in the middle, something more logically. Okay, I'm getting nonsense from both sides, that it's either one side heavily on one thing, one side heavily on the other. I don't know, man. But y'all be sure to follow me on social medias and answer this question, because I'm going to be reading them next week for sure. Okay, as we talk about NMSU's week 1 game and we go into week 1 of the NFL predictions. Okay, this will be a segment that I do talk about. Also, catch my boy Jersey the King Thursdays at 9 p.m. Mountain Time on the Fuel Network, as well as social media. Okay. So I didn't get a different message together for y'all this week, but I'm going to close out with the same message that I always do. And by the way, guys, dang, I should have had this scrolling the whole time. All my social medias. If y'all are on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, if you are on Facebook, if you're on X, if you're on Instagram, right there on the bottom, where are we at? Scrolling, you see? There goes the Instagram right there. There's the X right there. There's Facebook right there. There's TikTok, where I'm putting reels up right there. And then, of course, YouTube. Y'all go on and search me. Lock it in. Please subscribe. I'm getting subscribers up little by little, but I need your help. Gridiron Nation Podcast. If you like the show, if you're watching this on Fuel, on social media, or listening on Spotify, go and follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. And on TikTok and Instagram. I would really appreciate it, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube as well, please. Help me get bigger with this show, man. And I would really appreciate it, guys. So I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. But before I do, it's the same messages every week, y'all. The life, it's got its changes and everything, man. Like I guess for this week's message, I can actually tell you guys with my situation. Don't be afraid of change, guys. I'm getting a little bit nervous about this change I got coming up with my job. But it's a good thing. It's more money. Puts me back in management. It's a good thing. But I'm a little nervous. I've been where I'm at over a decade now. So anytime you get a big change in life and you make that decision, stick with it. But it is a little bit anxiety inducing. You know what I mean? So just don't be afraid of change, guys, because without change, you can't better yourself. Change isn't always for the better. I get that. But then you can change that situation. But you never know. If you change something within your life and it ends up being better for you, then you ain't got to worry about changing anything anymore. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid of change, guys. But life's going to throw change at you too, even when you don't bring it on yourself. It's going to bring bad change and good change. And when it's the bad change, you're getting some things put in front of you that life's like trying to put there in front of you and saying, all right, what you got? What are you going to do? And then it's going to hit you. So you're going to get back up. You're going to brush yourself off. All right, you're going to look at life and say, swing again. Swing again. That didn't hurt. And you get back up. And then you see the way life's coming at you. And what do? You use this up here, man, and you use this right here. You adapt and you evolve, okay? And you flow right around it, or you go right through it. You either crash like water or you flow around like water. Why do I say water? Because it's in the words of the great Bruce Lee, that when you're dealing with anything in life, All y'all got to do is be water, my friends. I'm going to catch you guys next week, man. This is Gridiron Nation. I am your host, Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One. See you guys next week, y'all. Be sure to lock in, subscribe, share it, enjoy it, and send me an email, man. Let's talk about whatever y'all want to, all right? I'm out, baby. Gridiron Nation. I'm out of here, man. I got to stick around. I just want to keep talking. I'm out. Bye.
Always lyrically blessed, eating all my competition for dinner, cause I'm a winner. Sometimes my heart is sick, but inside lurking a sinner. Better come with a plan. I got my fans in the stands. If you don't know, well, they gon' tell you Wicked One is the man. Who gonna let them know the power